All right, what's going on, everybody? We're finally here. I mean, we did just talk right before stream. It's been almost 8 months. Yeah, 8, 9 months.
Wow.
But man, it's awesome to see your face on the screen. However you take that. I love the hat today. Gerald, how you doing, man?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's celebration time. I got my party hat on. Got my party drink ready.
Yeah, get a little
It's
little
been a
mocktails today. Just
been a
chilling.
good couple weeks. So yeah, good 4 weeks really. Or yeah, 4 weeks. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And it does suck that Mr. Andor is off of our screens now, but I don't know about you, but I have watched Rogue One afterwards and it's just a completely different movie.
Oh yeah. I watched Rebels season 3, episode 18, right after the Mon Mothma speech on Andor. That changed that whole thing for me. Then I watched Andor or Rogue One right after that, all of Andor, and then I watched A New Hope after that, and I just kept going. I was like, okay, I got to stop. I got stuff to do around the house.
So much,
I
so
got
much.
yard work.
Yeah, right. So much content. I mean, and it's awesome too how Tony Gilroy said he wasn't looking to tie in so much. And I mean, it just almost it's like it happened organically. So
Right, it
and it
just fell
tied
into
in great.
place.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude did awesome. He needs to be 20 years younger and take over.
Man, I know, right? Because now I was thinking, so the next thing we're gonna get is Ahsoka season 2, and I mean, I have no worries about that show. I think it's gonna do great, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of fans have heavy expectations now for just immense quality, like we did with Andor. But I mean, Andor was great in its own way, and I think that's just what's gonna kind of separate it from the rest. Is just it was just an overall great story, in my opinion. Another great story that we've gotten in this quote unquote Disney era. So I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah, and everything's told a different way throughout Star Wars. Everything's been told a different way. We can't hold on to the way Andor's made and expect everything else to be made like that. Tony Gilroy's an artist, then Dave Filoni's an artist, and they all have different ways of telling stories. George Lucas was an artist. I mean, if you look at the original trilogy, 1 or 4 through 6, and then you look at the prequels, they're different than the original trilogy. They're told a different way. And what we do as Star Wars fans, and I'm guilty of it too, is we hang on to the way the originals were told. Or if you grew up with the prequels, you hold on to the way they were told. Or if you grew up with the sequels, you want it told like that. But they're all told differently,
Right.
and stylistically. And I'm trying not to hold on to the way Andor's told, so it won't skew my way of looking at the rest of the stuff that's coming out. Because now I'm like, man, I know they're going to be good. I know Ahsoka season 2 is going to be good. I know the Grogu and Mandalorian movie is going to be good, but it's not Tony Gilroy. So
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, that's churning around, and I'm like, man, I got to stop thinking like that because this is different.
Right. I'm guilty of that too. I feel it because the some looking at breakdown videos. I always love watching those breakdown videos that really point out the Easter eggs. So I mean, especially in Andor, there are so many of them. But
Right.
for the story, I mean, overall, I'm gonna expect this level going forward, but that's what I'm guilty of. But I will say that's not what I'm expecting because I mean, like you said, they're all different artists. They all have different heads. I mean, you can even throw in Deborah Chow's version of Kenobi. Whether people
Yeah.
expected that or not. I mean, I fell in love with that show as soon as we got the opening credits in the first episode. So I mean,
I loved Kenobi. I didn't see what all the buzz was about,
right?
negatively about it. Yeah, there
Yeah,
were some wonky parts, but Star Wars in general has wonky parts all the way from the beginning and all the
yeah.
way through. I mean, people praise the Clone Wars for how great they are. Do they praise the C3PO and R2D2 with the tiny people? No.
Yeah, or the sisters in the season 7. I mean, there's so many different arcs that are just kind of
Right,
like, what are we doing?
right. You just went off in left field. Come back here. Come back here.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just those different things, and we get to see different sides of Star Wars, which, in my opinion, that's the best thing. I mean, we got, you know, people want to say we got spoiled with George Lucas, but I mean that's all we knew for 6 movies, and parts of Clone Wars. That's just kind of what we're used to. So I mean,
Right.
seeing different artists, different writers, directors, chime in, it's always good to see.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm trying to figure out why this isn't playing on my channel. If anybody's from my channel in here, please let me know that this is playing. Oh, it is. Okay. There we go.
I think we can sift through the comments here. I can tell we got some from your channel too. JT Lovecraft, what's up, bro? In the airport coming back from ICCC, so this live will do just fine. Awesome. Thanks for chiming in. Hopefully the ICCC was a good time. I saw your stories on Instagram. Looked like a blast. Yeah, absolutely amazing to see all the Star Wars fans together, and especially you with the I don't know if you've seen JT Lovecraft on Instagram, Gerald, but this dude has a killer Star Killer outfit. I mean, it's like it's pulled from the game. It's impeccable.
Like the Sith armor or the regular Star Killer?
It's
outfit?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too polished with Star Killer, but I would assume it's the Sith one because it has like the Freddy little claws coming out as well.
Oh yeah,
and then
like the one
helmet.
Luthen Rail has in his
Yeah, yep, that one.
Yeah,
he kills it with that. Chris
Pause.
Lum here.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I'm with you, Darth Patty. That's been my favorite Star Wars altogether, and Boba Fett's my guy. So
yeah, right.
It surprises me. I mean, when Andor was first announced a few years ago, I was like, why that guy? Why is Andor getting a show? I mean, he was kind of a side character in this. Now I'm like,
yes, thank
do more.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking too, because I was like, especially in season 2, we get to really see so many different POVs. We get Mon Mothma, we get Luthen, we also get Kleia. Like, I think that first episode of the last arc was just amazing, seeing Kleia's character come to life, and also like that was her first like on-screen performance.
That's her first acting gig. She deserves an Emmy,
dude,
for sure.
Yeah, I remember
you came out a virtuoso. Good job.
Yeah, I remember talking in one of our group chats on Instagram, and we're just like, once that news like kind of surfaced that it was her first job, we're just like, for what, like what kind of job, like first Star Wars job? Because I mean, she did amazing. You would have never guessed.
Right. Crazy. And I can't think of one a character in that gave a bad performance.
Oh no, facts.
Even Tim, who only lasted a couple episodes, he even died well.
Yeah,
it was great.
Hello everyone, what's up? Not the sisters, no, ha ha ha, just kidding. Yeah, I get you. Those were a little dry start to season 7, but it's good though. It's still good.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that was just to show Ahsoka's doing other things, still helping people in the Jedi fashion, but not really wholeheartedly into it yet.
Right. Yeah.
Philosophy of Andor season 1 and season 2, please. Absolutely. I have so many planned for Andor. It seems like that's all my channel is right now, and I'd like to get to Underworld, which I thought was okay, but yeah, I've got so much planned for Andor, and it looks like it's going to take up the better half of the next year with all this stuff I have planned. I don't want to be Andor fanatic, but yeah, I'm definitely going to do more of it.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, we're gonna change the channel to Andor fanatic. So if you see Star Wars fanatic, it's not a thing anymore.
Right, that's a fake.
But yeah, I'm excited for that too. I've actually been I feel like Andor got me watching your channel religiously again. Because like I told you before, even before you kicked my ass in some Star Wars trivia, that was the first time we met, but it's fine.
My bad.
We let go of things, we don't dwell. But yeah, I mean, I remember seeing your channel back in the day, and I just remembered seeing like your entertainment center, and you had so many figures, and like that was when I first started watching like kind of Star Wars YouTube, because I was always just basically kind of making my own thoughts. Wasn't really listening to others for the longest time, especially during the sequel era. I was just like, I'm just keeping my head level. I'm gonna watch Star Wars and form my own opinions. Internet's a nasty place, we all know. But like I said, I remember seeing your first or the first time seeing your videos like that, and I was like, man, this is crazy. And I didn't know you had like the lore and storytelling abilities to you. So I mean, yeah, it's awesome watching all of these breakdowns from these different arcs that we got in Andor season 2. You're killing it, man.
Thank you. And look at that collection you got behind you. And you got a mad collection. I see it all the time on Instagram. You posting new stuff constantly.
Yeah, I try
think you got more than I do.
I
all my Black series are in the other room because I couldn't fit them all in this room.
Yeah, makes sense. I do like the Bo-Katan helmet back there.
No, thanks. My wife got me that for Christmas a couple of years ago, I think.
Nice. Yeah, Bo-Katan. Especially, I mean, I've always liked Bo-Katan. Off topic, but I think she Mando season 3 just really struck a chord for me, and just seeing her kind of in that leader position once again, I was like, yeah, this is my girl right here.
Yeah, a lot of people had a problem with her becoming the leader. They wanted Mando to do it, but he never had the intention of it. He never wanted it. And some said, oh, he's a reluctant leader. No, he doesn't want it. He wants a private, peaceful life with his kid. He doesn't want to be the leader of a whole group of people. He doesn't have leadership experience. Bo-Katan had to go through failures and trials and everything else just to earn the right to be there. And she did earn it. And she's been a character since almost the beginning of the Clone Wars. So,
yeah, love that character. I think it's so cool too. I'm hey, Warrior Girl 113. Hello, everyone. What's up? Howdy. Yeah, we're. If anyone hasn't caught on yet, Gerald's got me. He's got me drinking on this stream. You know, just having a great time. That's why it's called Andor and Chill. For the thumbnail, we're just chilling, talking some Star Wars. But I feel like every time you and I talk Star Wars, it's the entire realm of content that we have on Disney+.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, Andor's just been great. I mean,
oh yeah.
I don't know how else I can say it.
Yeah, it's like my first review video that I did, I was just like, it's impeccable. The storytelling is just like, it's so weird, especially, you know, I feel like everyone was waiting for the Gorman Massacre finally live action.
Right.
You know, we've heard about it for, you know, a very long time. And other
like
iterations.
12 years.
Yeah. And I mean, finally seeing it, I got that feeling, and I said this on a previous live stream, that I was back in middle school again, learning about World War II, learning about the Holocaust, you know, Nazi Germany. Like, it's insane how Tony Gilroy and the crew got, you know, such immense writing and that power to make you feel this type of way in Star Wars. Like, I remember watching The Boy in the Striped Pajamas for the first time sophomore year of high school.
Oh God.
We were actually a loud class, I will say. We had some, you know, behaviors in that class. You know, it was not a quiet class. But after that, and we had it during lunch hour, the walk to the lunchroom was the most quiet ever.
Yeah, it's silence. I mean, it's a great movie, but it's horrible at the same time.
Damn. But yeah, that's how I was feeling after, you know, seeing the Gorman Massacre online. I was just like, man, they struck a chord here.
Yeah.
But 12 here and only 5 likes. Please smash it. Not only does it help the channel, it helps others find them. Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for all chiming in. Warrior Girl, shout out to you. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you're new here to both sides. Star Wars Fanatic.
Subscribe to Brand. He's a great guy.
Thank you. I will say
we need to get him up to 1,000 so we can get him monetized.
Yes, absolutely. We're climbing. We're still climbing organically. It's been the last 2 months have really done me well. Really done. Brogu, I think.
I don't like this camera angle. I look all sickly and shit. Need to zoom in a little bit so I don't look so gnarly.
Oh, that was fancy. What kind of camera you got?
It is I'm getting all close and personal with it. With y'all. How y'all doing? What's up? I don't know. I can't read the name of it. It's just a little one that clips on top of my screen there.
Man, that was fancy.
It came with the remote, so I was like,
amazing.
more bourbon.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun DMing my kids Dungeons and Dragons the night after this.
They're like, wait, we've changed scenery 5 times in 5 minutes.
I'm like, go back.
Brogu, I love that name. That's awesome. Is this?
Yeah,
I can't see the picture. Is that Grogu? Oh, it's Grogu with a little afro. Love that. I think Andor was done very well. Nothing's perfect, but I think the writing and dialogue was great. The acting was top notch. Yes, 1000%. If anyone has an issue with the series, I don't know what you want. Yeah, for sure. I don't know about you, but on Instagram, I've seen tons and tons of people I follow say it was just boring, and I'm just like, how? You know, I understand there's not, blasters and lightsabers every 5 minutes. But
that's what it is. They want
how much?
Flashy. They want action constantly, big space battles, lightsabers, Sith, Jedi. That's it. You can make an entire movie out of lightsabers, Sith, Jedi, blasters, and space battles with no dialogue, and they'd be like, yeah, it's the best one ever.
And they hate the Acolyte. It makes no sense.
Right. Well, they hate the Acolyte for whole other reasons. I'm on the fence about the Acolyte. I'm trying it again. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Just some of the acting was wonky, and they should have taken some of that money and put it more towards special effects.
Okay, yeah.
Especially with the speeder bikes. It just looked superimposed.
Yeah, I get that. I think, I feel like I'm just more, I love it more because it was just a vibe last summer, like went and picked up my brother every Tuesday night, watched it with the wife, and we just kind of sat down as a family, watched it, had a good time. We all enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, it didn't, there's a lot of things that went into it, but I mean, it's Star Wars. It's not perfect.
Right.
I mean,
it's not going to be.
Yeah, but absolutely. I get it 1000%. The budget was massive. But I don't understand how the money side really works, because I've never seen that much money. I don't know what I would do with that much money if I had a project.
It would fill my room, and then it would empty out of my room within about 20 minutes.
and we're stacking bill by bill, and it's just like, okay,
more people be like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Darth Patty, more Andor content. Star Wars Fanatic, please. I don't think the better yet of a year. You got a lot.
I can do Andor content forever, and probably not hit everything, because that's the mind Tony and Dan Gilroy have. They're so intricate, and it just flows so easily from them. They're like, oh yeah, I just wrote an entire 33 episode season of this, and then you watch it and you're like, hell did I just watch? Jesus Christ. I gotta go back and analyze every bit of that.
Yeah. It was a lot. What did you think? I mean, I know you dropped a video, but I want to know more. What would you expect to see in that K2SO scrapped episode?
In the what?
In the K2SO scrapped episode, like the horror episode?
I didn't know there was one. See, I don't pay attention to much of the behind the scenes stuff. Because I'm still so focused on what's in the actual show. It takes me a while, and then I go back and look at the behind the scenes stuff later on after I finish my own wrap-ups, which take forever.
No, I get that. I was trying to figure out if maybe I read your title wrong. But yeah, there's a K2SO like entire episode of the that droid unit. Oh, okay, I read it wrong. So this is horror. The Empire and Andor has become terrifying, and seeing the K2SO.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And that I threw that for a loop to think that was the you talking about the scrapped episode. But yeah, I mean, that supposedly Tony Gilroy had an entire episode of the K2 droids, and it was supposed to be kind of like a horror-esque episode right before the events of Gorman, when they were like first deployed, Yeah, so I was like, man, that would be pretty funky, because I mean, I'm a huge horror guy, so sign me up.
I have my horror channel that I write and tell horror stories on, and then, man, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, So yeah,
maybe they'll release it later on as like an extra special thing or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, let me see a hallway scene with a K2SO. Before he's reprogrammed, that would be amazing. Seeing him just throw rebels.
Just watching him pull up here and hold him up against himself, and just that was crazy.
I can't remember the name already of one of the. She was kind of like the main woman lead of the gore on Gorman. She got kicked or thrown.
Drina.
And yes, oh my Lord, when she flew across the screen and landed so hard, I was like, oh no. And then she died. I was like, oh no. Like
no,
double whammy.
Drina. Who was it? Drina was the one Wilman was in love with. I can't remember her name, but I mean, two people went flying when he kicked that metal barricade. Like it was nothing too. Like he didn't even strain to kick it. Just
not a huge fan of that. That one was crazy. Yeah, I can't find a name either. Or maybe. But yeah, I mean, she got thrown across, and it really threw me for a loop because I was just like, ooh, not good.
What about Wilman Pack with the loose pants?
Loose pants indeed.
Have you watched the show 1883?
Is that the Yellowstone like precursor?
Yeah, the prequel to Yellowstone. Okay. The girl in that falls in love with every guy she comes across, and that reminded me of Wilman. I was like, you just loved another girl a minute ago. Now you love this girl.
Right. Hey, switching sides quick.
But he's a teenage boy, and you know how we were when we were teenagers.
Yeah, 1000%. Different times. It's weird when you grow up.
It's like, you showed me your boobies. I love you.
Let's get married. LBC Robbie, thank God the show is fantastic. Yep. Kenobi and Book of Boba Fett always had intermission of why was that left in the show?
Yeah, there were some moments in Book of Boba Fett I was like, come on, really that? But I like the show overall because I keep in mind that I'm a 4-year-old when I watch this stuff because I was 4 years old in 1977 when A New Hope came out. And that's the mindset I try to keep until Rogue One and Andor. And I was like, I'm an adult all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's so funny too, because you know, when people say Star Wars is for kids, it's for children, it's like, ooh, that's a touchy subject.
Some Star Wars is for kids. Some Star Wars is for children.
This new wave that we're getting here, you know, Rogue One, Andor, there's even spots in the Clone Wars. You know, I mean, it's very very bleak in some ways.
I mean, Ahsoka season 2 was dark. It was. I mean, it didn't end on a high note. We had zombie freaking stormtroopers coming at us.
Yeah, which us being the horror guys, that was amazing to see.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, I almost wet myself.
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't blame you, dude. I was like, once I heard the violin chords being struck while their like arms are slowly creaking and turning, I was like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
We're going straight up grunge, or what was it? The grunge? Grudge.
The Grudge.
The Grudge. The Grunge.
Hey, I love me some
Seattle show.
Yeah, a little Nirvana Soundgarden. Yeah, I love it. Man, God, that would be cool. I've seen a lot on TikTok. You know, like the Star Weirds, you know, paranormal things in Star Wars and like how that should you know, come to the screens. I mean, I'd be all for it. I mean, I think, you know, whether you believe it or not, you know, paranormal things happen on Earth. And I mean, why not? Why would it not happen in a galaxy far, far away? I'm down for it.
Right. And Tony Gilroy said that they may or may not be working on a Star Wars horror film.
So that would.
Yeah, I'll be in the theater alone on that one because my wife doesn't like horror. So I'll be sitting there by myself with popcorn, smiling.
Yeah, that's exactly how my wife is too. She's not into horror, so I'll be there too because mean, I got a couple friends that would go with me, but at the same time, I sometimes with Star Wars, I just got to sit down and just take it all in myself. Um, Sometimes depending
So
on
you're
who
going to
you're,
fly to Northern Kentucky. We're going to go see this thing together, right?
yeah, let's do it. I've never been
We
to
have an
Kentucky.
adult section of our theater. They sell drinks and food.
Oh yeah. See, we just you get the soda fountain. I mean, it's one of the nice Coke ones where you can do like 158 different, variants of soda. We have that, but yeah, we don't have none of that. So I mean, yeah, Northern Kentucky, cool.
Come on
There's
down.
also
It'd be fun.
what Comic-Con did you go to where you talked with Timothy Zahn? Was that around the area?
Yeah, it was in the Cincinnati Comic Expo, which is about 25 miles from me.
Okay.
Yes, I talked to him for like 30 minutes. Nobody else was in line to see him. And I was like, man, why is nobody here?
Yeah.
I took my the first Thrawn novel of the new canon. I took it with me, and he goes, "You want me to sign that?" Because I wasn't going to ask him to sign it after I saw how cool he was. I was like, "No, you don't have to." He said, "No, here, let me sign it." He signed it. He signed the poster inside of it. He's like, "Let's get a picture." So we get a picture, and he stood there and talked to me for like a half hour. I said, "All right, man, what do I owe you for this?" He said, "Nothing. I have money." I said, "I don't need your money."
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I've only been to Fan Expo Denver and then one Comic-Con here in my town in the middle of Kansas. And it wasn't too big of a thing. I mean, C. Andrew Nelson was there. Alan Fernandez was there, the last living Tusken Raider from A New Hope, which was pretty cool. I was like, oh, awesome. They stopped by to our small Comic-Con. They're really, really cool. And I mean, at first it seemed like there was a line for photo op and signatures, of course, autos, and for money. But I mean, the line had kind of diminished. We got there like 2 hours later after they opened, and C. Andrew Nelson was just like, "You guys want to take a picture?" And I was just like, "Oh, we don't have like a voucher. We didn't pay." And he's just like, "Ah, come on in," and just put his arm around us, got a picture. Really cool guy. And then, like I said, I'm a assistant manager at a restaurant, and the next day for day 2, they ended up coming in and eating. Which was really cool. I got to talk to them again, and the server the server that they had, they tipped her $66. So they,
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
They keep it real with Star Wars, so that was cool.
Nice. Yeah, the same one that I met Timothy Zahn, I also met Percy Weasley, who had nobody in his line. I stood there and talked to him for like a half hour. My son and I, the Gamorrean guard that got slashed in the stomach in Return of the Jedi. I talked to him for a while. He gave me a coin with his Gamorrean guard on it. And I was like, this is the best ever.
Yeah.
Why pay? I mean, Sam Witwer and what's his name played Anakin? Oh, God.
Is it Hayden Christensen?
No, the voice actor.
Oh, Matt Latner?
Matt Latner. Yeah, they were there, and they were charging like $80 a shot for just the autograph and everything. And I'm meeting all these other guys for free and just hanging out with them. My son, he went and met Sam Witwer and Matt Latner and everything. And he loved it and everything. He goes, but they hurried up and pushed me away. I said, yeah, because there's a line all the way out the door.
Yeah.
Go to these other guys. Nobody's over there.
Yeah, I know some of those lines get so ridiculous. I mean, when I got the chance to meet Hayden Christensen, and it was so weird. Like once we kind of got up to the curtain to where we could actually see him in the flesh, he like it just seemed like everyone was just bouncing through. Hi, how you doing? Goodbye. Hi, okay, let's pose real quick. Okay, goodbye. But I felt like once I got up to him, I got like a good 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and I was just
Can
like,
I touch your hair?
Yeah, dude. I always have this like weird memory, but like I can still feel like his wool like trench coat on my fingertips, like when my arm was around him, because it was like that real scratchy, rough material. And in my head, I was like, man, how are you wearing this? That thing's rough. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Let me touch your hair, Annie.
I'd be like, it's so soft.
I see what Padme saw. I see it. Hey, Brandolorian.
No wonder she fell in love with a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah, as
Okay,
weird as
that
it
was
is.
beyond my own humor. Sorry, scratch that, delete that. Don't need YouTube canceling us.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I always love seeing the picture of from episode 2 where it's kind of like the behind the scenes photo shoots where Anakin or Hayden has his arm around Natalie Portman and they're taking kind of like couples photos, and it's like,
Right.
yeah, I understand why this motherfucker ruined the galaxy for this one, you know. And it's like, yeah,
Right.
makes sense. Checks out.
Right. Now I see why she died of a broken heart.
Yeah,
She died because she was sad.
just so sad. What's up, Warrior Girl? Appreciate you in showing love. The Gorman arc left me broken. Yeah, I think it. If you have a heart and if you have feelings, you shouldn't be walking out of that episode without some weeping to do, because it, like I said, it felt just so weird. It was like I was learning in history class all over again. That weird feeling, you know.
Yeah. I felt like I was walking through the Holocaust Museum in DC again. As soon as it was over, I just sat here at my desk because I watched it at 3 a.m. and I was sitting here like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to make a video on that or talk about it or anything. I just sat here like, wow, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it was weird, and it meant for the most part, I feel like that it was weird that this arc right here is like, okay, now Andor's good. You know what I'm saying? It got a lot of people like back into like, okay, here's some action. It's like, man, it's like a whole city getting murked for you to be like, oh yeah, this is great. You know,
right?
Missing out in a lot of storytelling. What a coincidence! I'm drinking bourbon as well. I'm gonna assume that emoji means bourbon. Yeah.
I'll show you my bourbon. I won't show you the label. I'll show you the bottle because I don't get paid by these people, so they don't get that advertisement.
Beautiful.
I feel like it's some kind of whimsical bottle, you know, like, oh, it has some potion.
You just zen out while drinking it. It is beautiful. It's a great looking bottle. Oh no, I lost the okay, here we go. I lost track in the comments. 20 people in here. This is great.
That's awesome.
Lots showing love. Cam, once again, haven't finished Andor, but the companions between history and Star Wars, linking the two is awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. And like he said, you know, you just sat there like, how do I even remotely feel? And then how do I even make a video about this?
Right. And not that a video is my first thought or anything, because I take time to absorb everything.
Have to.
And take it in, and especially with Andor. With other things like the Acolyte, yeah, I can jump right in and make a video about, hey, this is what this means. I studied literature in college, so I know different themes and thematic elements and stuff, and how they're used in a literary context. But with Andor, it was just like after every episode, I was just like, man,
yeah, hitting the heartstrings or the chest chords, you know.
Yep. If he had written episodes 1, 2, and 3, the prequels will be a lot different.
Oh yeah.
We'd actually hurt at the end of those. Not that I didn't hurt for Anakin when he turned to the dark side and betrayed Obi-Wan and everything, because that sucked. But I think it would have been a lot more on-screen stuff rather than off-screen.
Yeah. It's man, were you able to see Revenge of the Sith in theater again for the
Oh yeah. I've seen every Star Wars movie on opening day.
Nice.
Since 77.
Yeah, we just I mean, I was able to see it when I was 8 when it came out the first time, and that was, you know, one of the first movies I was like, okay, I remember everything. But I mean, we went last month to the, you know, re-release, and I was like, dude, I've seen this movie a million times, you know, from the first time I seen it to now, and it's just that the theatrical experience just enhances it to a whole nother level. And
yeah,
I was like, man, yeah, What always makes me choke up too is when because like Padme and Anakin, of course, when they're having their dialogue, when she first gets to Mustafar, when she said, when she flips and just says, "You're breaking my heart," I was just like, "Oh no, not right now in this theater, not right now."
Right. This isn't the time. Can we fast forward through that part?
Man, it was something else, man. E. Lawrence Anderson with the super chat for you, Mr. Star Wars Fanatic. Awesome to see you both. Yeah, awesome to see you both live streaming again, hoping for many more to come. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. It's always a victory when we're on here talking.
Oh, definitely. Ever since I whooped your ass in the trivia, it's been pretty cool.
I said we're not going to dwell on the past. It's fine, okay?
I got lucky. When in doubt, guess C.
That's old reliable. Guess C. You'll either get what is it? I think that there was a statistic. I'm not joking because I was a horrible test taker in my school days. I think if you pick C for the most part, you'll at least get the odds of getting a 58% or higher were almost like 100%. Just insane. Yeah. Insane.
Yeah. If I'd have known that when I was in college, I would have got to see a lot more.
Yeah. Hello there, Scotland here. Okay, wow, not far from Aldani. Yeah, and nice to have seen the live stream. Big fan of Fanatic, and we'll check out Brandon now. May the force be with you. Hell yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely check out Brandon. He's got some good stuff.
I try, man. Anything for anyone new here, lore, theories, Funko, and Lego, I try to implement all of them. I mean, like you said earlier, I got so much behind me. Lots of gifts, lots of money poured into these. So, I mean, I love to show them off. Why not? I mean, sometimes they sit there and collect dust, but I mean, you just got to dust them off and show them off a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I want to jump to a different comment. Nick asked, does anyone know how Wilman got that limp in the last episode? I don't remember him getting injured. I think that happened off screen, didn't it?
This one right here. Does anyone know how Wilman got that limp in the last episode? I don't remember him getting injured. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Let's
he had an injury to his leg, and he was in Luthen's safe house, that apartment, back in the back, and Cassian came in and he said, is he here? And we all thought he was talking about Luthen. And she said, in the back. So he went in the back, and there's Wilman laying on the cot with the injury to his leg and everything, going pretty bad, and they got him. It happened off screen. It happened during the Gorman massacre. When he went to go after Drina.
Yeah, it says he got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
This Reddit, it says, so Wilman is probably boned then, right? Kind of calls back to what we were saying earlier. Do we think there will be another separate Rogue One project in the future? Perhaps a Saw show, or maybe even a Bail Organa project? I mean, maybe. They like to go back and talk about characters who we obviously know their demise. So, I mean, Bail Organa, maybe, gets blown to smithereens in A New Hope.
Saw Gerrera killed in Rogue One.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it could, but I don't think Tony Gilroy will have anything to do with it. Maybe Dan Gilroy will, because Tony said he's done with Star Wars. It's taken up too much of his life. He wants to do other projects.
Yeah. And that threw me for I know, right? That threw me for a loop, because I was thinking like, oh, this guy, Tony Gilroy, kind of new to Star Wars. Oh, he worked in Rogue One. I had no idea of that.
Oh yeah, he did the reshoots and everything and helped with the writing and all that stuff.
I had no idea until like 2 weeks ago.
He trolls fans a lot by saying, I'm not even a Star Wars fan. Why do you guys care about this? But I think he does care about Star Wars a little bit, or he wouldn't have that attention to detail.
Oh yeah. I also saw something too where he didn't kind of get any like inspiration or any idea or tie-ins from other shows. And it's like, oh, so you just magically made these like 14 connections in one episode. Got it.
Right. You knew nothing.
Yeah. Misa Bricks here. Yo, what's up, man? This is one of the biggest Lego homies. Always a huge shout out to him. Thanks for chiming in on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. So many comments, guys. Thanks for chiming in. Keep it going.
I'm gonna lose the hat because I keep messing with my headphones and they keep sliding down. So don't y'all mind my glowing head, please. There we go.
It's fine. You went from Dave Filoni just back to Gerald. It's fine.
What's that?
It said you went from Dave Filoni back to Gerald, and that's fine.
Yeah, I was tired of messing with my headphones.
No, I get that.
I was getting old.
Well, that's how it is. I got this long hair now, so I have to have a hat on with headphones. Otherwise, my
your hair grew out quite a bit since the last time we chatted.
Yeah, I actually I looked back because I was like, okay, if we're gonna do a live, what did we talk about last time? And I was just like, oh yeah, we didn't talk about Andor much, so let's get the new content out the way, the new Andor series. But yeah, and like I was like, oh god, I look very different. Oh yeah, and then Andor isn't finished. It's just not here anymore. It's everywhere. Yeah, that's a good point. God, man, it's so weird to just keep thinking about like how good it was. Like actually, it was. I always hate to say perfect because I feel like perfect in the entertainment business is more of an opinion.
Oh yeah,
but this one 1000% was just impeccable.
Yeah, and I don't get the hate that I've seen other people put on it. They call it boring. Well, you have to pay attention to the dialogue for the rest of the story to make sense. Everything is a build-up into that final moment. Each arc this time had a final moment, whether it was at the beginning of the arc or the end of the arc. It had that final moment, and you had to pay attention to all the dialogue in between. And then you're just like, good God.
Yeah. I'm also still thinking about how many times I just kind of sat on the couch and was like, I'm just gonna let the credits play through and not, skip, because I'm just like, I need a minute. I gotta recoup for this. Like, what's next? Especially like after episode 1 of the last arc. So episode 12, kind of getting to see Luthen and like see where all of this, the rebellion, like where that stemmed from. And it's like, oh my God, like he was part of the problem once before. And it's just like, okay, this makes sense. And then getting a young Clea, that was amazing to see. Like I said earlier, I mean, I loved her character, but it was good to see. And I remember they leaked that, if you love Clea, you're going to really love the last couple episodes. So I'm like, ooh, who's she going to take out? Is she going to kill Dedra? What's going to happen? So, and I was like, oh, I see what
she kind of collapsed in on herself.
Yeah,
actually. And that was awesome, because who wouldn't collapse in on themselves after having to do something like that?
Ah, dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot to say spoilers, guys.
Oh yeah. Big spoilers, probably first spoiler was mentioned like maybe at the 6-minute mark. But that's okay.
Everybody's speaking in some kind of foreign dialect in there.
Yeah. The Acolyte doesn't deserve all the hate, yet aspects of it weren't great, but the plot of the story was interesting. Yeah, I would say in the least it was interesting. I mean, you can tell that story wasn't done being told yet. That's just kind of where I stand. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just wasn't done yet.
I feel like a lot of it ended up on the cutting room floor too.
Yeah.
From that season. Like, to me, just the continuous flashbacks was, I think, what wouldn't resonate with me so well. Not that I hated it or anything. It was neat. The only thing I really didn't like about the show was the Jedi killing himself. I thought, why? Why do they have a Jedi killing himself? I mean, this isn't what Jedi would do. And
yeah,
I don't know. His wig sucked anyway.
I know you go. Did you ever watch Squid Games?
I've watched like one episode. I can't get my wife to watch it with me, so I'm gonna have to sneak down to my little entertainment room and watch it by myself.
Yeah, it was it was kind of a lot in that first season. I understand why she won't watch it. Like I said, our wives are alike in that way, because if someone gets a bug bite and they start bleeding, she's like, nope, turn it off. So there's a lot of gore, to a sense. I mean, it's not like other movies that are pretty extreme, but I mean, yeah, it's a lot going on. But I mean, seeing Lee Jung Jae the actor. He did pretty well. I mean, that being a heavily, English role for him, it was pretty cool to see.
He learned English in 4 months to play that role. That's insane. That deserves some credit. You know, he was a good part of that show. And I also thought Manny Jacinto was awesome in it.
Oh, dude.
Except for, showing the nether regions. Well, they didn't show it, but they showed her looking at his nether regions.
No!
I don't want to see a pecker.
Yeah, right? I know. If that was me on the other side, I'd be like, dude, put your clothes on, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Right. They led up to it with Yord not having his shirt on and Jackie saying, hey, put your clothes on.
Yeah. It's like Daphne King is telling you to put your freaking shirt on, bro. Put your shirt on.
Right.
Being weird. I know. I thought that was funny too. And just he had kind of like a steamer too, holding his cloak. I'm like, dude, this is Earth right now. What do we got here? Mr. Oscar, hola. I rewatched the last arc, episode 10 through 12, followed by Rogue One and Star Wars episode 4. That's a great lineage right there, just perfect. Haven't got to the New Hope yet. Have you done the rewatch yet?
Who, me?
Yes.
I thought you were still talking about the comic.
It's that Smirnoff, man.
Yeah, I've watched 10 through 12 like 4 times, and then watched Rogue One, and then watched A New Hope, and every time it just keeps getting better. Let's see. I mean, a lot of the crap that bugs me is people online that are saying, but there were no Bothan spies. They didn't show Bothan spies. I'm like, it's wrong. Death Star, stupid. Second Death Star. That's the Bothan spies. But yeah, it changes everything, knowing everything that went into getting those Death Star plans. I mean, we can look at A New Hope like it's a lighthearted, fun adventure and everything. And then we see what's before it. And we're like, good God, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. Followed up there, Mr. Oscar, with Supervisor Lonnie Young, and R.I.P. Lonnie. He was kind of just set up for failure, at that point. And I felt really bad once he mentioned his family, and Luthen was like, we'll get you guys, to Yavin. I'm like, damn, dude, you just exposed Yavin.
You're right.
Like,
right.
Oh, next scene, he's just,
slumped over.
Just taking a nap with, a hole in his chest. Ending with R2 delivering the plans of the council. Tony Gilroy's Andor saga has enriched the original trilogy. Yeah, 1000%. It's more of like a little enhancement, it gives you a second idea. And of course, like I said, dude, Rogue One was just a completely different movie. I haven't watched A New Hope since, but I'm gonna have to do those. What I'm thinking actually is rewatching Andor incomplete.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at the beginning.
Yeah,
all the way through. But
and then
in A New Hope, when Obi-Wan says only stormtroopers are that accurate, it now makes sense after seeing one of them take out Brasso.
Yeah.
While he was moving like speed, the stormtrooper just stops, aims, pop, gets it. That was an accurate shot. I don't know if I could hit that. And I like target practicing.
Yeah, that was well, and I was also wondering too, like, why are they slowly focusing in on this stormtrooper raising his gun up? It's like, we know he's gonna miss, or raising his blaster up, but yeah,
it was a point to shove in our faces that not all stormtroopers miss.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, you take that into consideration too. There can't be millions of stormtroopers and they all suck. It's just one of those things.
Yep.
Warrior Girl subbed at Clan Brandolorian. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, if you guys are new here, hit the subscribe button. You can, like I say at the beginning of every video, you can always change your mind later.
Yeah, that's what I say too. If you don't like what I put out later, cancel your subscription.
Yes, it's free. It's free both ways.
Right.
Have to be honest, guys. I did not like the Acolyte whatsoever. Power of one, power of two, power of many. What the hell is that? Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a bigger picture to it, and it was just brought into Star Wars, especially with the what I think, and I'm not trying to assume, but Leslie Headland, I think she was just trying to make it to where everyone comes together, you know, especially with how she is one for the LGBTQ community. She's a woman. You know, I'm not too political in any sense or form, but I think that was just kind of the bigger picture. You know, power of many can overcome any situation. So. It's kind of just how you take it. I don't know. Maybe literally the power of one person, the power of two, a witch and another witch, and maybe the power of all the witches. Now they can create the life. You know, that's what I take from it. Who knows? Who knows? It's what you take. That's what Star Wars is from a certain point of view.
Yeah. And not everybody has to love it.
Yeah.
Not everybody has to love everything about it, but we all find something that we do love.
Yeah. And that's what we should focus on. And then just laugh about what's not good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're shocked to hear K2 share that they have 200 total. Dude, yeah. I was kind of thinking, you know, remember like the Dark Troopers and the Mandalorian?
Mhm.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
here's like this little squad unit. But like the K2 units, they were rolling deep.
Yep. I mean, they didn't even need weapons.
No.
Just pick dudes up.
Yeah. Then
Bye.
yeah, not good. I love this one right here. Dedra Narkina 2 prison is justice. Yeah, it was cool to see her just sitting there and like freaking out too. Like when she started spazzing, I was like, yes, you sit there and you don't enjoy anything.
It was justice for us.
Yeah.
And I'll agree with that. For us, we're like, yes, you deserve this. That is justice. But for the people that she affected, they weren't acknowledged for her trial. So this was all trial against what she did to the Empire, what they perceived as her dissidence or sedition or whatever. She was in prison for that. Nobody mentioned the Gorman, the people of Ferrix, Wilman Pack, Bix. None of them got their justice because they weren't acknowledged as being victims, therefore her being in prison. So there needs to be another trial, the rebellion, take care of her, hang her out in public square or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be justice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I made that clear in my one video because, yes, for us it's justice. But for the characters in the show that were affected by her, it wasn't justice. There wasn't enough because they weren't acknowledged.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too, because I mean, we've seen these type of things happen in Star Wars. I mean, if Dedra could have went out in that way, because I didn't think she was gonna make it. I thought she was gonna, like I said earlier, I thought Dedra was gonna kill Luthen, and then Clea was gonna kind of get like the revenge and then take out Dedra herself. But
No,
no,
all Cyril had to do was just a little harder.
Yep, that's all it would have taken.
Not that I'm into hurting women.
No. Yeah, but 100%. Yeah. I mean, and who would have known that a Nautilin blade would take Luthen out? You know, and I was just when he, you know, stabbed himself, I was like, no.
Right. He just turned and there's the blood on him. And I'm like, oh man.
Dude.
No.
It's like,
and I love the unceremonious deaths in Star Wars. I do. Because in real life, death isn't ceremonious. Guy dies of a heart attack at a gas pump, gets shot during a botched robbery at a bank. You know, you don't get that speech. You don't get that moment of being the hero. Sometimes you just die.
Yeah.
In real life.
I remember you saying that in that video, and I was just like, yeah, that is a good point, because that's what brings the like realism to this series.
Yep.
Is it's like not everything has to have the even quite an answer. It just shit happens, and I mean you can't. There's no other way around it, you know, especially in those actions. So yeah, that was a really good point that you pointed out. Yeah, because it's not like everyone's gonna get a you know, and of course she was the queen, but they're not gonna get a Queen Amidala, you know, parade style funeral, you know, with lots of people, and very, very dark, but at the same time, yeah, it's just things happen.
Yeah, they do.
Here's a cool one. I was 5 in 1977, and 48 years later, we got this amazing story. Andor is perfect for me, mature content, and just echoes and enhances George's political influences. Chef's kiss. Yeah, very very good way to put it.
Wow.
And it's
Definitely.
always good to see Star Wars fans from the 70s, man. I mean, that's my dad was born the year of New Hope. Always loves to reference that too. He's from the golden era.
Careful.
Hey, I know you're around. I know you're around there, but I always love seeing those folks pop in.
I forget how old I'm going to be this year.
Uh-oh, good or bad?
I'm going with good.
Good. I'll join you guys if they do Star Wars a horror story. Yeah. What a yeah, I'm on some paranormal stuff. I think that would be cool. Of course, I don't need a paranormal.
They need to go back
experience,
to the
but-
old Republic to do it. Just
Oh yeah.
go way back there and let's start the timeline and just go crazy with the horror story right off the bat.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. I mean, plus it's such a have you played Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I love how in the second one, with Dagon, like him being from way back, it kind of made that entire like fight scene kind of scary when he was kind of flashing back and forth. And it was just like, what is going on? Like, like that was kind of like, all right, this is kind of creeping me out because it's like I thought I just killed the dude. But I didn't.
Yep.
Now this is phase 3, fighting him again.
Oh, he was one arm whooping my ass.
Yeah, just wah. Yeah, he was. Yeah, something else too. I think that would be cool if we got that horror. No adult beverages in NY theaters. Yeah, I mean, same here in Kansas.
All right, everybody, come on to Northern Kentucky. We'll have some adult beverages. Go see a Star Wars horror movie.
Yeah.
Sit up in the top section and order chicken wings.
Fire. What's up, Yassi? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Hey.
Poptography. Hello, fellas. What's up, Patrick? Good to see you here. Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, that Complete Spectrum down there says Star Wars first movie saw in theater. That reminds me that our first movie experience usually resonates with us for the rest of our lives. For me, it has been Star Wars. I was 4.5 in 1977 when The New Hope came out. But for my sister, it was Superman with Christopher Reeve, the first one.
Okay.
So that has been her favorite movie franchise.
Nice.
She likes Star Wars. But I told her, hey, you got to watch Andor. I'm not watching your stupid nerd show.
Okay. Yeah, that's yesterday I went to my homie's house and he had just ordered some lightsabers too. So I was like, man, I'm gonna bring the tripod, I'm gonna bring the mics, the camera, and I'm gonna set it up and let's get the spinning, just having some fun. And right as I get over that, like 15 minutes after, my wife texts me and she's in all caps. Let me read it so I don't butcher it because I was laughing so hard internally, and I didn't want to like laugh in front of my friend as he was powering on his lightsaber. But where is it at? Oh, it was great. Okay, she said, "Fucking nerd playing lightsabers in your friend's backyard." and in all caps, I said, "You marry."
See, my wife, she does kind of the opposite. She's like, go down to your nerdery. Leave me alone. So I come down here and I like paint Dungeons and Dragons figures or move my Star Wars figures around a little bit.
I know, it's like, hey, I could be out on these streets. I could be doing something.
I'm
at the
not
house.
doing heroin. I'm not sleeping around. I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling with Star Wars.
I'm just petting my Grogu Funko Pop, because he's nice.
Well, I only have a bust of the Emperor.
Oh, fancy. He's very dark.
His eyes kind of glowed there, didn't they?
Yeah.
You hit it in a certain light. There it is.
That's creepy.
Yeah, my son got me this for Father's Day one year.
Oh, nice. Seems like Father's Day, you get hooked up. I can't wait
do.
for Father's Day.
I do. Yeah, wait till your kid's older. Start planting the seed early. You know, you start early. You start with a card. You say, just write me a card. Then the next year, it's like, I don't know, just get me a belt buckle or something. Then you work your way up to the Lego sets.
Yes. It's like, son, I would have never bought this for myself 30 years ago. This is awesome.
Why would you do this? Thank you. Why would you do it? Do it again.
Yeah, it's amazing. Can't wait. So be good. But yeah, it seems like Father's Day, you get hooked up.
Oh, there's my dude, Knut.
Seen that name before. It's been a while. What's up? What's up? Where? Oh, I just saw one. Cool one. Where was it? Where was it? So many comments, guys. You're kind of, for me, it's kind
Knut's kind of my Norwegian brother. My brother.
Brother. Ah, here it is. Boom. Gerald Filoni.
Oh, I already took the hat off too.
I love the.
I love my cowboy hat. It took me 2 years to actually buy it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I wanted one, but I'm very particular on headwear. So I saw it and I was like, okay, I like it and everything. Yeah, too expensive. And I go to another store, and then finally I saw it on sale. I was like, okay, it's mine.
Yeah, sometimes all it does is take a sale and you're like, okay, I can justify this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish Dave Filoni would hire me to write some stuff though.
Man, that's I believe that's in your Instagram bio. It's like, hey, hire me. I'm right here. Hello. I'm right here.
I went to school for it and I love writing, so
yeah, hell yeah. Andor and Solo would have made the best duo in terms of being non-Force users. Yeah. Or non-Force users. For sure.
I'm sticking with none.
Yeah, a little none. Yeah.
Non-Force users would be so cool.
Oh my God, she's choking him.
Bless you, my child.
Yeah. KX droids chucking people around. They fly now. Total Terminator vibes. Oh yeah.
Yep.
That is a good way to look at that. I mean, okay. Now Arnold Schwarzenegger pops up in Star Wars. Are you in or are you out?
Watch day. Nothing clean.
Oh man. Wow, that was awesome. Speaking of the devil, my dad's in the chat. Mr. Old Man himself. What's good, guys? What's up? We just talked about the year 97 or 77. Just said my year instead. Yeah, what's good? Just talking Star Wars. And like I was telling you, Dad, this is the Bengals guy. This is we will see you week 4, I believe.
Yeah, I just saw the schedule.
Yeah, especially
I'm sorry for
last year. I'm just hoping everyone's healthy because our defense looks absolutely, utterly disgusting on paper. But, injuries in football, 100% contact sport, are very inevitable. So,
well, our draftees for the defense aren't even participating in draft week training.
Oh, interesting.
Because they can't get their contracts figured out.
Oh, Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Trey Hendrickson, I think he'll be okay. He's not going to play, but I'm talking about the draftees.
Oh, the rookies that you just got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no clause in there. If they get hurt, they're taken care of. Every other team has that clause except the Bengals.
Damn.
Good old Mike Brown. He's a shyster.
Oh, no. Dude, yeah. So is that your guys' owner?
Yeah.
Owners in the sports world are very hit or miss. They kind of make the team. Arnie in Star Wars, I'll be striking back. I love it.
He will come for you.
Yeah. My dude, but go Broncos. Yeah, Gerald's in all good fun, man. We might maybe I don't know, maybe Filoni will let you write the horror film and then you'll get the private screening, and then we'll just fly out to Kentucky, and then we'll just watch it and be like, yeah,
Heck
this is
yeah,
a
we'll get the
movie I
red
made.
tape and the red carpet and all that.
That'd be a vibe.
I'll have a smoking jacket and a cigar. Like, yes,
I made this.
yes, yeah.
Pencil to paper. I had a thing with my latest smartphone. It was on sale. I bought it in 2024. Yeah, sales are what, make you get things.
Right.
Always love a sale.
I love getting things too.
Yes, new things are awesome. You get your epic speech if your hologram record it. This is an older. This is an older comment. I don't know what we were
I'm
talking
missing the
about.
context.
Yeah, you get your epic speech if your hologram record it.
Time for more bourbon. Maybe I'll understand it then.
Oh yes, it's back. Yes, here we go. For Master Torben. Now I'm thinking of the Jedi who killed himself. Yes, I totally forgot he drank the Kool-Aid and just bleh, taking the poison.
Jim Jones himself.
Yeah, for Master Torben and the Acolyte taking that poison, his own life. I assumed it was due to the witches still being in his head, somewhat cursed. Kelnaka was still drawing symbols in years later. Oh yeah, that is a cool little Easter egg. In that little bunker, there was the symbols.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe I can watch it again.
Yeah,
I'm not joking. I'm not being facetious. I can watch it again with that in mind.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking too, because like Wookiees have the claws, they're kind of forbidden to use, and of course when Kelnaka was possessed, he used them on Torben's, his young face, and kind of messed him up. Got to worry about my Nuggets tonight. I know, yeah. Go Nuggets! We're out a star player tonight, so the Force will definitely need to be strong with us, and Jokic needs to use the Force. Yes, he does. Indeed.
Cincinnati doesn't have a team, and I don't like Cleveland, so I don't follow NBA too much.
I was just gonna ask if you were a Cavs fan, but I mean, makes sense now.
Nah, too closely related to the Browns.
Yeah, I get it. Makes sense. That's kind of how I am. So like the Broncos, there's no lifetime where I can be a supporter of the Chiefs. So they have the Royals, which I have no problem with, same city. But I mean, my team is also 8-37 right now in the Rockies. Yeah.
So we can high five with the Chiefs thing.
Yes, absolutely. I always love when the Bengals would take their number. And
I like seeing the Super Bowl when the refs just said, "No, we're not doing this for you."
Yeah.
No. Slap.
Yeah. Your subscription has expired. He will come to you in Austrian German accent of English. I don't think I have a good Arnold voice. I don't think.
Hold on. Let me think of something to say. We will accommodate the women.
You will come for you.
We will come for you. And we will have our pectoral muscles bouncing like rabbits this way and that.
Just with the side little buns of steel.
Buns and ties.
Canute. Now that Andor is over, I want more. I wish Andor got the 5 seasons that was originally planned. Yeah, I think it would be good for the more episodes, more content, but at the same time, I just feel like the way it kind of ended and how it was given to us was awesome. I loved it.
I think a lot of the reason it was cut down is because Tony Gilroy is 68 years old. It's taken him how many years to do season 2? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 or 3. I think I was reading.
So you multiply that times 5. That's 10 years. He'd be 78 years old by the time he's done making Star Wars content.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I wouldn't want to work till I'm 78.
No.
Not on one project.
No. And like like, yeah, that would be cool if he could, give some ideas. But I mean, the dude has 2 brothers that can flesh out. Because is Tony the oldest or is he the middle?
Hang on, Googling.
Cool. Scarcity of KX droids is maybe related to the scarcity of the Beskar alloy. That's a cool little thing there, because the KX droids are super impervious to blaster fire. Yeah, it's kind of like a secondhand Beskar there. That is pretty cool though. Due to the scarcity. I still always love when the armor is like, you have this Beskar staff. You need to melt that. We don't need that out there. The Gerald Nader. Good Arnie voice there too.
Thank you. All right, looks like Dan's oldest, then Tony, then John.
Okay, so he is the middle.
Oh wait, no, Tony is the oldest. Google AI is so screwed up.
Yeah, it's sometimes it kind of bounces you around.
He's got 2 more brothers, James and William too.
Ooh, what do they do? Haven't heard of them.
I just closed my phone, man. Come on.
It's all good.
Nope, I don't think that's them because they entered a poorhouse in 1850.
Oh yeah, no. Too long ago, and also I don't think anybody's poor around them.
Right.
Especially after Andor.
Right.
Well, and plus all the things he's done before. I mean, what am I seeing here?
Right now, Kathleen Kennedy's out giving him handies in the parking lot.
You saved my life. They don't hate me right now. I mean, they do, but they don't.
Right. They will later, but they don't now.
Just wait till Mando and Grogu is back in theater. They're going to be on my ass again.
Right.
It's like, guys, come on. Come on. What okay, so speaking of the writing skills and talents that you have, if you were to get your own Star Wars project and you're going to start writing, what would it be? I know it's kind of like a really hands-on question, but like what kind of path would you go down?
Old Republic, hands down. I'd start at the beginning. Not with the dawn of the Force. Let's like this be coming up now. I would want to go to Nihilus or Revan.
Nihilus, man.
Nihilus, my dude. I'd want to start there and keep it accurate to the games and what's been written about him before, but enhance it quite a bit. Make it more modern, and just I don't want it to lead to a Skywalker saga. So it would be its own thing. It just I could write him scary. Nihilus. I could make him terrifying.
Yeah, dude. I love how he looks. Like, he is probably one of the coolest looking characters, in my opinion. And I would just love to see him consume planets on screen.
Sucking the Force out of an entire planet. That's just nuts.
Dude, I know. And it's like, wait, Palpatine is all of the Sith? How is this possible?
Right. You don't have Nihilus. Nihilus isn't contained by anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the way he looks. He's really, really cool.
Yeah. I will have to go soon. I'm sorry, Brandon.
No, we're good. We can wrap up here.
For one, I gotta pee.
Yeah, the bourbon's flowing. Yeah, if you want, we can Canute can have the last comment. Gerald, you can go ahead.
Okay.
You got it.
Off topic. Gerald, did you read the 2024 Jango Fett comic miniseries? If you did, what did you think about it? I read the first episode, the first one. During that time, I got a new job, so I've been really focused on that job. Right now, I do not have that job, so I can focus on other things as well. And the Jango Fett comic is one that I do want to get back to. What I saw from it was one of his bounty hunting missions, so that's good that they didn't take my whole Jango Fett fan fiction that I made and turned it into theirs. So, which I took theirs and turned it into mine. Then they take mine and turn to theirs. Whatever. But yeah, I liked it so far. What I saw of the first one. So I'll definitely have to check out the other ones.
Hell yeah. I kind of felt bad reading it online. Like, someone had posted all the first few pages of it. And I was like, I feel bad, but this is how I'm reading it right now. But yeah, I liked what I saw from it too. I definitely want to get those in hand because I mean, it's Jango Fett, Mandalorians. You know, I love everything
Right.
about it. So sign me
Right.
up.
Yep.
But yeah, man, with all that said, thanks for joining me today. Like I said, on a fine Sunday afternoon, Star Wars Fanatic and Clan Brandolorian collab once again. But yeah, man, is there
And there will be
anything?
more in the future.
Yes, absolutely. So stay tuned. But yeah, is there anything you wanna tell the people?
And just thank you guys for being Star Wars fans. This franchise has meant a lot to me and Brandon, of course, and his father. We've been fans since the 77 era, and all future generations can learn from our example. Don't hate on it too much. Don't hate on the kids that love it. Don't hate on the older people that love it. Just be you. Like what you like and don't like what you don't like.
Facts. Love to
And
hear it.
subscribe to Brandon, like his video, share it with people because he's an awesome dude.
Thanks. And likewise. I mean, we wouldn't be having this conversation today if you never beat me in some Star Wars trivia for the third time today. So
We're not dwelling on the past.
it's like, yeah, it's like it was a good ass kicking in disguise. But yeah, like I said, for everyone who chimed in today, appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate it. That's the whole point,
Definitely.
creating an area where we can all come together as Star Wars fans and talk about what we like and
Yep.
what we don't like, but in a
And for
positive way.
haters, we don't
Yeah.
need them around.
Yeah, no point. But yeah, Gerald, once again, thanks, man.
Thank you for having me again, Brandon. I
Of course.
appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. And thanks everybody once again. May the force be with you. See y'all next time.
Unless the force doesn't like you and leaves you.
Touche.